Hey all, Hipper here. So today we're looking at my top 5 maps in no particular order. And the first one is Greece. And I really like this map. I think it's always a fun battle here. Obviously the right flank is probably the most boring one, but it doesn't really matter which ship you're in on this map here. You're gonna have a good time. And some people don't like this map because if a flank, folds, then there's not much you can do. You're gonna get pummeled, and yeah, that's true, and that's pretty much the same for all the maps I've chosen here in the top 5, because that's how I like to play. And I like these maps where it's do or die. If you don't understand the game, then you're almost certainly going to lose on these maps here, where you really have to have an understanding of how they work. There is a reason these are high tier maps, and with one exception, not available down in the low or mid tiers. Battleships, cruisers, destroyers, and it doesn't really matter what you play and which ship you play, you're going to have an opportunity to do well on this map here. Like I said, it's really only if your team completely messes up on a flank and that you're going to be in trouble. But even then, it's an amusing map to play and a map I always enjoy. So next one, Trap, and this one's very similar, and it used to be a mid-tier map only, but it's actually moved up into tier 7 and legendary now. And again, something that's a common factor for all these maps here is if you want to win these maps here, you have to push. And I like maps where everybody has to push, not just destroyers. I despise maps where it's enough for a destroyer to get into a spotting position, and then everyone can just sit far away from the action and spam HE or battleships AP hopefully, and that way slowly wear down the enemy, and then at some point one of the sides are gonna break. That's super boring. And this map here, Trap, is definitely a map where you have to push in, because if you just let the enemy grab the caps, very similar to Shards, they're really hard to get back, because it's very easy to reset ships on this map here, no matter where you are. And battleships sitting back on this map here, except on the sea flank, that's usually a bad idea. And you're much better off just getting in there and helping out. And that's what I want from this game, and that's what I want from the maps. A little bit of action and taking a chance, get some good gameplay, and this map here delivers. And I'm very happy this is available now up in the higher tiers and also legendary tier. It's a good map, and I liked it when I got it at tier 5, and I like it even better now that I get it at tier 7. Okay, next is Hotspot. Yet again, this is a map where pushing is rewarded. If you just sit back and wait and see what's going to happen in the caps, you're going to lose the caps, and they're going to be hard to take back. And again, if one flank falls on this map here, you are almost certain that you're going to lose, because it's so important to hold both flanks on this map here. Because like A and D cap, they're really not important. Most times when they get taken, one team has already won the battle, and it's just people getting extra XP that run up there to take A or D. C and B, they are the keys to this map here, and that's why it's so much fun. And obviously you also get some good brawls in here in the hotspots. There's a reason it's called Hotspot, right? Because they are hotspots, and you need to take the hotspots. It's not enough to sit far away and shoot at something in the hotspots. That's not gonna help anything. So again, great map, one of my absolute favorites. Alright, next up, and remember this is no particular order, we have North. And this is one of the original maps, and it's still one of the best maps in the game. It's so good. And again, pushing is rewarded, especially over on this flank here, on A flank, because there's this nice little lagoon here where pretty much any ship, even a battleship, can just sit and stop the whole advance over on this flank here. So I mean, if you're playing with players who aren't as experienced in the game, you can just totally stop their whole approach over on this flank, and then as soon as the other flank breaks through, hopefully over on C, they're gonna be in a crossfire, and it's just a very good map. Well, I hope it's a very good map to teach people how to really, set up broadsides and get these crossfires going, because that is what wins battles. And it's just it's one of the older maps. Like I said, it's still really, really good, and it's always fun on this map. Doesn't matter which spawn you get, doesn't matter which ship you're playing. This is a great map, and I always have a good time when I play it, and I usually always do really well on this map as well. Alright, last but not least, remember this is random, totally random order, we have Shards. And I love this map here. This is my favorite map in the game, and especially if I get the C or the A spawn, I really have a good time, because it's just, all about getting in there, grabbing the cap, preventing the enemies from taking it, and of course you have different options depending on what ship you're in. Like here, Colbert, get in there, grab the cap, and nobody helps out. Okay, well then we just kite away and reset, and that way you're still keeping the whole flank busy while keeping the cap. There's so many options of playing this map here, and I think it's great fun. Yes, true, I get some people don't like the B spawn, and I mean, it's not the best spawn in the game, but I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. I just think that, some people just don't know how to position at the B spawn, really. That's all it comes down to. And as soon as you learn that or figure out what to do, then you're going to really enjoy this battle here. And if you're in a cruiser on the A or the B cap, like, this is just probably the best spawns you can get in this game here, because that's just so much fun. So these were my 5 favorite maps that I'm always happy when I get. It doesn't matter what ship I'm in, it doesn't matter where I spawn, it doesn't matter what tier I'm playing, I'm always gonna have a good time on these maps here. So I always yell out a little sigh of relief when, I don't know if you can yell a sigh, but anyway, I love these maps here, and they are the best maps in the game for now. And there's still a lot of other good maps, but these are my top 5 maps. And of course there's also a few really bad maps, like for example Atlantic. That's still one of my absolute horror maps, mostly because it's just so boring. It's a map made for lazy battleship players, and it just really creates the most boring battles you can ever ask for in this game here, especially if it's capture the base. Then it's just horrible, really. So anyway, like I said, top 5 here, and let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, and anything you want to say, really. And I could also do, the 5 worst maps in the game if you want me. Let me know again in the comments if that's something you would like to see. So hope you enjoyed this battle here, guys, or this video here. It wasn't just one battle, and I'll see you out there.